Hello, Mrs. Teller back. Going to read chapter 5. As soon as Miss Jacobs releases us, I shove my way down the crowded hallway to my locker. Lockers are one thing I love about junior high. It might sound funny to say I love a scratched up piece of bright yellow clunky metal, but I do. I love spinning the little dial, pretending I'm an international jewel thief. And once I get my stuff out or put my stuff in, giving the door a big slam is so satisfying. After I fish out my lunch, I slam the door closed. All up and down the hallway, the sound of locker doors slamming rings out. I head outside and meet up with Julia by the water machines. They used to be soda machines when my sister went here, but the school district got it on a big anti-sugar kick since then. Where do you think Isabella went? I asked. With my best friends, you always know what they're up to. But until break today, Isabella didn't breathe one word about leaving early. Probably a doctor's appointment, Julia says. Come on, let's go eat. She whips my arm, making me spin off the walkway, cracking us both up. Julia gives roller whips. Great roller whips. We grab each other's arms and race walk to the lunch area. Do you have a prediction about where Julia went? Not Julia, I'm sorry. Isabella, do you have a prediction? We grab each other's arms and race walk to the lunch area. Outside the gym, a shiny solar overhang shields a bunch of steel blue tables in tidy rows. It's where kids sit who brought lunch. If you buy, then you go sit in the cafeteria. Isabella, Julia, and I always bring, so we sit in the overhang area. I like eating outside. Cafeterias stink. Too many food smells blending together. Fish stick burritos, yuck. It's weird for it to just be Julia and I at lunch, and it's even weirder when, instead of heading to our normal lunch table, Julia stops at a table with a bunch of girls she knows from her Asian basketball league and her church. She had wanted to go there on the first day of school, but I told her I wanted it to just be us, the United Nations. What I didn't say is that I felt awkward with Isabella and me being the only girls who weren't Asian, because it seems like the wrong thing to say, even if it was true. I just walked over to an empty table, and that's where we've been sitting ever since. I don't know why Julia thinks we should change where we sit today just because Isabella isn't here, but it makes my hands itch all over to keep standing there when the girls are already squeezing over to make room for Juliet and me. One of the girls at the table is Stacy Chin. Everyone knows Stacy. She's really popular. She has a loud laugh and an even louder voice. Stacy always wears a lot of glittery eye makeup, and her black hair is streaked with bright magenta highlights. I can picture her. While her spaghetti-strap top and low-cut short shorts, she's basically a walking violation of Emerson's dress code. That means she's dressed inappropriately, right? The dress code is printed right in the handbook they mail out in the summer. It's hard to wear spaghetti-strap tops with a bra, so I don't mind there being a rule against them, and no way would my parents let me wear short shorts to school or anywhere. But making sure skirts go past your fingertips seems dumb, because there's nothing cute about skirts that long. And not being able to wear solid red or blue is a pain. It's supposed to be a gang violence thing, but since blue is one of our school colors, not being able to wear it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Obviously, Stacy isn't worried one bit about getting in trouble for what she's wearing. And the girl can talk. Like the seagulls that fly around the lunch tables, trying to steal someone's sandwich. Stacy's all squawk, squawk, squawk. Brah, she says to Julia, can you believe Mr. Milton got all loud at me in history? I was about to go off on him. She laughs and grabs a bunch of Cheetos from the girl next to her, shoves them into her mouth, and then makes a gagging noise. Gross, Lynn, your Cheetos are stale. Stacy throws a Cheeto at Lynn, and Lynn bats it back at her. These teachers need to know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Lynn rolls her eyes, and I try really hard not to roll mine. And Julia gives me a look like she's trying to warn me not to say anything. At least I know better than to say, no, I don't know what you're saying. So my mom's said I already had blue Vans, but these were totally different, Stacy says, sticking her legs out to show off her shoes. Like I have these kicks, right? I totally got Pops to get them. You know how Pops are. It's hard to keep up with Stacy. I wonder if she just opens her mouth and waits to see what random thing will fly out of it. All of a sudden, a girl at the next table shouts, "Command!" and we all turn to see who got caught. Almost everyone at Emerson is playing this game called Command. The rules are, if you have to keep something crossed at all times, like your fingers or your legs. If someone catches you uncrossed, they can command you to do whatever they want. And if you don't do it, they pound you. That does not sound fun. I'm not playing. Who wants to play a game where you can be commanded to do anything? Just call that game Itchy Hands. It feels like I'm the only person in our whole school who doesn't want to play, and that's cool with me. It's easy to tell who got caught, because a few tables over, a girl's face is getting redder and redder, while her friend whispers in her ear. Daddy talks a lot about what he calls white privilege, and if you ask me, getting so red that everyone can tell when you're embarrassed is no kind of privilege. Her blush makes it look like someone scribbled all over her face with a red marker. Blush Girl slowly walks over to a table full of boys and stands in front of one of them. I think you're really cute, she says in a trembly voice. The whole table of boys starts cracking up, and Blush Girl runs back to her friends to bury her face in her hands. Poor thing. That's all kinds of wrong, I mutter. That's all kinds of hilarious, you mean, Stacy says, clapping her hands like it was a great show. We should totally command someone to do something crazy, she nudges Julia's arm. It's not going to be me, Julia says. I'll always have something crossed. She holds up her hands, and all her fingers are crossed over each other. It looks like someone broke her fingers. I didn't say it was going to be you, Stacy says, raising her eyebrows, but I'm going to get somebody. I shrug. Well, I'm not even playing. Oh yeah, Stacy acts like she's daring me to do something, and I get a bad feeling. A bad, itchy hand feeling. You're so mean, Stace, Lynn says. You need to quit. Her long black hair is so shiny and pretty, it's like she polished it with Windex. When she gives me a big smile, I smile right back at her like we're sharing a joke. Stacy ignores us and starts talking about how boring her computer elective is, and then everyone starts talking about their electives and how fun or awful they are. Electives are probably the thing I was looking forward to the most about junior high. In elementary school, you don't even get to pick a class just because you like it. You don't really get to pick anything in elementary school. Julia is in chorus and Isabella is in art. I'm pretty sure Julia's mom made her take chorus, but Isabella loves anything creative. What's your elective? Lynn asks me. Shop, I say. Julia grins at me, and I know what's coming. But you don't even like shopping, she says. Ha ha ha. Stacy cracks up like it's the best joke ever. I thought it was funny too the first time Julia said it. My elective is actually called Industrial Arts, and in the course it has nothing to do with shopping. At least you get to be around Tyler, Julia says. It's not funny, that's mean. Quit it, Julia, I say. Tyler is a boy in shop with me, and Julia knows how irritating I think he is. Ooh, Stacy says, who's this Tyler? Nobody, I say, giving Julia a warning look. Julia looks at me. Oops. I know she's trying to be funny, but I'm going to have to tell her later to save that for when it's just us. A few of the girls start talking about their last basketball game and how tough practice is going to be tonight. Usually when people talk about sports, I don't have anything to say, but now I realize I actually do. I think I might join the track team, I offer. Really? Julia sounds shocked. She knows I'm not very coordinated, but come on, I can run at least. Yes, is all I say. Not only am I going to do track, I'm going to be awesome at it. Oh, I love this girl. I love this main character. She's awesome, Shayla. After lunch, Julia and I walk together to our next classes. She turns to me and touches my arm. Hey, it's cool you're going to be an athlete now. Maybe next you'll start playing basketball. Then she cracks up. Yeah, I'll sign up right to play with the Tigers, I joke. When Julia first told me you had to be Asian to play in her basketball league, it hurt my feelings. It seemed like the people who made the league were just saying they didn't want me to play with them. But Daddy told me it wasn't about keeping me out. It was about lifting up, I love this part, lifting up the players who played in the league. He made me watch some basketball games with him and count all the Asian players. The day we watched, I didn't see one, so I got it after that. Isabella and I have gone to watch Julia's team play a few times. Julia's really quick and makes a bunch of three-pointers. I think she's their best player. So that paragraph's super important. If you have to reread it, definitely do that. It has a really cool perspective change. And the fact that Shayla learned something new through her dad is really important. Is Tyler running track too? Julia teases. You're not so funny. I can't stand with him. You know it. I know. I'm sorry. I was just messing around, Julia says. You know me. She grabs my arm and gives me a roller whip. It's hard to stay mad when you're spinning around, and all I can do is laugh. I don't really know what a roller whip is. I can imagine what it is, but I've never really seen one, so I should probably look it up. Text me later, Julia says, as we go about our separate ways. I'll text you after I go shopping, after I call her smile. I can be funny, too. I think that's it. Yes, so the next one is chapter 6. Right, hope you're enjoying it.